Lately, I have been getting a different question from women. It's not about the markets or about interest rates or about savings rates or even about retirement. It is, how much certainty do I really need before I can exhale? If that is something you've been thinking about a lot and really haven't said out loud, you are not alone. Stick around. That will be our topic for today. Now, I just want to take a quick second and introduce myself. I'm Lisa. I've been a financial advisor for over 15 years, and I help people get to financial freedom as quickly as possible. And we try to sidestep those pesky things that get in the way that can deter us from hitting our goals. And that is what I'm here for, is to help you get to your goals. So, many women in their 40s and 50s and even 60s are done with perfection. We have been beating ourselves up long enough and we want to be done with that. Now they're asking for peace. That exhale that we talked about, peace, calm, just being able to move forward and feel like you're in somewhat of control of things. They want to know, will I be okay? Can I stop worrying so much? How do I move forward without needing every little thing answered? And that shift matters because it changes how we approach retirement planning or financial freedom. Excuse me. So why is this coming up now? Why is it that we used to focus on the markets and all that other stuff that's in the headlines? And now we're just like, I don't care. I just want to know that I can move forward and be at peace. Well, after years of market swings and rule changes and different people and presidencies, and it just seems like chaotic, they want that financial noise to stop. And it's exhausting. It's I would say kind of a form of burnout. And actually, I think this is a burnout that might be a positive thing, because when we are so focused on perfection, we tend to not move forward. And getting to that point of just wanting to be at peace and know things are moving the way they're supposed to is a form of being able to move things forward, which is good. So women used to chase the perfection, beating themselves up that they weren't doing things exactly right. And now they're looking for something different. They want a sense of control, but they want a reliable income picture. They want something that they can understand, but don't want to be burdened with, either financially or emotionally, the perfection that used to kind of restrain us, used to hold us back from getting to what we want. They just want to know that they're not going to be a burden to the people that they love and that they will be okay. And this isn't really fear anymore. This is wisdom. We are starting to expand into a different side. And so, how do we avoid the trap of thinking certainty means knowing everything, that you have to know every little bit? Because we still can get that in our head, but it's kind of ingrained in us, right? We feel like we have to be perfect. We have to have everything in place perfectly in order to get there. And that does come up even through this kind of, I would say, positive burnout that's happening with women out there. Because you never have anything perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. Nothing's ever completely clear, because your financial picture is a moving target. You might have the same goal, but how you get there is going to change over time with different regulations, with different rules, with just different lifestyle. I've had people that I've worked with that have started one total way of a certain type of lifestyle, and by the end they're in a totally different way that they want to live their life. And that is going to help things kind of keep moving and being more flexible, because you're changing, you're growing, and we don't want to stay stuck anymore. So real confidence doesn't come from predicting the future, it comes from understanding the basic parts of your plan and understanding that flexibility and that mindset for change is okay. So if you've been quietly asking yourself this question of, how do I just get to peace and calm and moving forward? Just remember, you don't need certainty. You just need clarity. And that often comes from knowing who you are, what your goals are specifically to you, and often getting help, whether that's a financial advisor like somebody like me, or maybe that's just a good friend that's on the same track with you. So clarity comes from thoughtful planning and putting in the work. You do have to put in the work in order to get to that clarity point. But once you get there, it really can be freeing. So you're not behind and you're just asking better questions, which is wonderful. So I hope this helps when you are starting to beat yourself up for just wanting to move forward and have some peace. And that's totally fine. And I actually think that's pretty healthy. So if you have any questions or comments, please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, stay safe out there, be strong, be kind to one another, and we will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.